never have it before. After Benjamin, have it now. Today is World Hypertension Day. And we have clinical pharmacist, Dr. Michelle Young-Brown, and representative from the National Health Fund, Karine Reed, with me. Karine, I think my blood pressure I'm messing between her and Benjamin. I know it's a go.
Stop talk so you don't get too confused. We know we have to rush you out of here too quick. So the doc is with me. What is hypertension?
Hypertension, basically, as a lot of people refer to it as pressure, that's what we say in Jamaica, that we have pressure. It basically speaks to the fact of having an elevated pressure, as in the literal sense, within the vessels within your body. It's something that can be a little bit dangerous if we do not manage it and handle it. A little
bit dangerous?
Yes, can be dangerous if we do not manage it properly.
What causes it?
There are actually a large number of things that can cause high blood pressure.
So hypertension and high blood pressure is the same thing?
So when we say hypertension and we say high blood pressure, we're speaking about the same thing.
Hold on 1 second. Delia, you can tell what I want?
I don't know what I want.
I don't want to know if it is not good. Is it good, yes or no?
It's okay.
Well, okay, no sound good. But I can't live with okay right now, but okay, no sound good. Do it again for me now, please. Do it one more time.
No, you can't do it 2 times.
Now that she relax. Now that she relax. So hypertension and high blood pressure is the same thing. And you were telling me different causes.
There are different causes. Some of the things that commonly cause it would be other diseases that persons may have. So persons, for example, who have renal problems, and there are different kinds of renal problems that can contribute to high blood pressure, thyroid issues, problems with regulating certain hormones in the body that can contribute. There are some drugs as well that people commonly take that can also contribute to high blood pressure, as well as there are herbal products and so forth as well.
Delia was teasing just now when she was talking about Everett and Marvin. But that happens for real, that you kind of get stressed, that sends up your pressure when them things happen?
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Because there are hormones in the body that respond to stress. And sometimes when those hormones, the regulation, when that happens is that the hormone productions may go up. And as a result of preparing your body to deal with that kind of stress, your blood pressure goes up as a result.
And it stays up, or after you come out of the room and you say, Marvin, then it go back down?
For the large majority of persons, the blood pressure can regulate and come back down. But if you have a problem with blood pressure, with hypertension, then it would be more concerning for you.
Hello, ma'am. Still okay?
Still okay.
Delia, we have to talk. We don't like okay. I know she don't want to say good. I don't like okay. So what happens on World Hypertension Day?
So today is World Hypertension Day, and the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, is actually this year focusing on patient education, which is always a must. But we're focusing on know your numbers. So that's what they're talking about, know your numbers, which is a challenge. Many persons who...
What is a challenge? Knowing your numbers?
Knowing your numbers. A large portion of the patients we talk to are not so familiar with what is okay and what is good for me. And that is where we want the focus to be. Understanding what hypertension is, what that means for you, and what is good. In terms of the numbers, Ms. Reed was doing the checks.
Right.
What numbers are good? What numbers do I need to be concerned about when I get them? And the importance of getting your blood pressure checked on a regular basis. Certainly, if you're hypertensive, you need to have it checked on a regular basis.
What is regular?
Well, persons who are hypertensive, I would hope, would be able to check their blood pressure every day. If you have a machine,
every single day.
If you have a machine at home, you would be able to do that. But there are also pharmacies that will assist with patients, health centers, who you can stop in to get that checked. Maybe not every day, maybe every week, maybe every month, depending on...
I don't know if it has changed, but I think I was told that the normal pressure would be 120/80.
Normal pressure is considered less than 120/80.
Less than
120/80.
When do you think it's dangerous? Which one is the more important number, the lower one or the higher?
Both.
Both?
Both of them. Any of them that is high would be a concern.
When do you start getting concerned? Because if it says it's 125/85, that is a concern time yet?
maybe not necessarily to think of medications at that particular point, but certainly to make some changes in your life in terms of lifestyle changes. That's what we would call it. So we would talk to you about changing your diet, ensuring that you're exercising, cutting down on the fat, and those kind of things.
They say that high blood pressure is a silent killer.
It is.
If for whatever reason my pressure goes up, say I have normal pressure, and I think I usually do, and then for whatever reason there's a spike, do I feel that physically?
Most of the time, no. That's why high blood pressure is dangerous.
So I would know that my pressure gone.
Majority of patients do not feel any signs or symptoms that will tell them that your blood pressure is high. And that is one of the dangers of high blood pressure, because it's a serious risk factor for things like stroke, for things like chronic kidney disease, which is a major concern right now because we're seeing a large number of our patients coming through with chronic kidney disease, and it's difficult and costly to manage. But it is a silent killer. So when that stroke hits you, sometimes that's when somebody knows that they have been struggling with high blood pressure.
So this thing about when somebody say, "Boy, my head start hurt, my pressure just gone up," that's a myth.
Sometimes the headache is as a result, but not all the time. So you can't wait for that headache or say, "Oh, because I don't have a headache, my blood pressure is fine."
All right. So I have high blood pressure. What happens? What do I do? Medication for the rest of my life, or what do I do?
For the majority of patients, you may end up on medications for the rest of your life. The majority, not everybody. It depends on how bad it is, or we call it the stage of high blood pressure that you are. Maybe it's mild. Maybe you can manage with just changing your diet and your exercising and stop smoking, and maybe you can manage with that. Or you may have to really and truly be put on medication. For different persons, it's different. Some people will need to be on only one medication. Some persons will need 2, 3. And we know patients who have to be on as many as 4 medications.
And when you say on medication, this is what? Daily, weekly, monthly?
Daily.
Every single day?
Daily, every single day. And it is important to take it every single day. There are many patients who will take it. Sometimes I forget to take it this morning. It's more than a multivitamin, so it's important to take that medication every day, because when that blood pressure goes up and it stays up, it places stress on your body. And that is not good, especially your heart. So we have a large population of persons now with heart disease.
A large population?
Yes, we see them every day in the hospital.
So hypertension / high blood pressure is very prevalent in Jamaica?
It is very prevalent. At the National Health Fund, we serve over 300,000 patients in terms of our NHF program. Those are the persons that are registered for hypertension. And you can appreciate that in a large island such as Jamaica, that's not everybody.
300,000?
Over 300,000 patients.
We keep hearing lifestyle. So if it is in fact lifestyle, why have I take medication? Why I can't just change my diet and start eating some mango and think I'm all right?
Sometimes the blood pressure is that elevated that lifestyle alone will not get it down to normal. So lifestyle is a must for every single patient. So we will always start with lifestyle. But when the lifestyle is not taking it down to where we need it to be, then we have to add the medication.
Final question. Are there any foods that spike your blood pressure? Are there foods? I remember someone telling me I only eat seafood, and someone told me that there's a kind of seafood that they say is like a cholesterol injection. Are there foods that just make it fly up?
We have to watch the foods that we eat that are high in salt, and remember that salt hides in various places. So we're looking at the sodium content of the food that we eat.
All right, we have to go. You have anything to tell us
So I just want to remind persons that today the National Health Fund will be in 6 locations doing blood pressure checks. So if you want to come out, Burn Savannah in Westmoreland, Turtle River Park, in Ocho-Rios at the Jamaica Moves event, Mayday High School and the drugstore pharmacies in Maypen, Savannah Lamar, and Princess Margaret. So you can come out to those locations today for a free check.
Yep. Thanks for coming. We need to look after that. I mean, I like the okay thing. Why you're good. I'm a wife, you know, and I don't play with that.
Well, some of them money I can't come and work with them. Because them are sending up my pressure.
You're good, you're good.
She say good?
I need you to test.
She's good.
Arrow, come and know so much miserable. Must have hypertension behind.
Clinical pharmacist Dr. Michelle Young Brown and representative from the National Health Fund, Karine Reed. 10 minutes to your health, folks. We'll do it again next Thursday. Almost on Friday.